Tolerance is accepting someone before they walk through the door.
No matter what their background, their religion, their lifestyle.
It's about accepting people for who they are as individuals.
Their culture, their family, their traditions.
Tolerance is celebrating the diversity that makes us great.
Tolerance. Honor the differences.
Picture a world of respect. Visit tolerance.org to learn more.
I'm Kate.
I'm Ebong.
I'm Marlene. And today we're dishing with you from Hook. Hook is located at 3241 M Street Northwest, and doesn't that beet salad look scrumptious?
Hasn't missed a beat, sorry. I had to.
A beat.
And today our beautiful guest is Sophie LaMontagne from Georgetown Cupcake.
Thanks so much for having me.
Thanks for joining us.
We're here, we're talking about fish a little bit, but what we really want is dessert. And the reason we really want dessert is because no one can resist your cupcakes.
Oh, thank you.
No one. I mean, you've been all over the place. You've been talking about them on every talk show around, now including ours. They're in style, they're rivaling, Magnolia in New York, Sprinkle. We'll talk about that a little bit more later, but how did you come up with this concept?
Well, my sister and I loved baking growing up. We baked with our grandmother, and we always had this dream of opening a bakery together. It was kind of a silly little dream we had, and we both went off on our separate career paths. And then a couple years ago, we said, if we don't do this now, we're just never going to do it. So we decided, let's just take the plunge. And Catherine quit her job. She used to work for Gucci. I worked in venture capital, and it was hard to quit our jobs. It's very scary to do that, to go after a dream. But it's something that we really believed in. And initially we thought we'd have a quiet little bakery. It would just be the two of us. We'd sell, a couple dozen cupcakes a day, read some magazines, make some lattes. It would be fun. We were tucked off on a quiet little street in Georgetown. And we never expected in our wildest dreams that it would take off this quickly. And we're just really thankful. We have fantastic customers. It's been an amazing experience so far. We've had a chance to do cupcakes for all kinds of events all over the city, and we're just really thankful that things turned out this way.
Yeah, taking off is actually an understatement, because it's an understatement completely. Because every time I drive by, it doesn't matter rain nor sleet nor shine, like the mailman. There are people lined up down the street off of Potomac. I'm like. And the first time I saw it was like maybe a few years ago. I was like, why? What, really? And so one day I went. I was with someone, and she said, "Let's go get some cupcakes." So I went to get some cupcakes, and actually after that time, I got it. And the biggest thing I want to say about this is that you guys are providing an experience that's different than you kids. Like I said, you can get cupcakes almost anywhere. I mean, your cupcakes taste amazing, but it's an experience you guys are providing.
And I think Catherine and I really strive for that. And it's really important to us that when people go to Georgetown Cupcake, it's a really memorable experience. When they come in, from the moment they pick up the phone and talk to someone at our shop, to the moment they get home and open the box, that it's something special, and it's something that they'll share with their friends and family members and kind of spread the word. And you're right, you can get cupcakes anywhere, and we bake our cupcakes fresh and use the best ingredients. But I think it's something more than that. It's about creating a really special environment that people remember.
Like the Tiffany's of cupcakes.
Yeah, let's talk about that little pink box. It kind of does remind me of Tiffany's because you're very distinctive. Yeah. People know that came from Georgetown Cupcake, and I want one.
Yeah, and it's funny because the pink box is actually an accident. When we first opened, we opened on Valentine's Day 2008, and we got pink boxes for the first day, so that wouldn't be need to have pink boxes on Valentine's Day. And after Valentine's Day, we still had some pink boxes left, and so we were slowly phasing them out and using our regular white ones. And then people kept asking, actually, can I have the pink box instead? Oh. And even men kept asking for it. And we're like, people really like the pink box. And so now it's actually become kind of our trademark. It's one of our signature, marks in identifying Georgetown Cupcake.
Speaking of signature, do you have a favorite? Because I have a favorite. I'm sure you have a favorite.
Chocolate ganache. I like that one.
Yeah,
that's
that
my favorite.
actually won the Washington Post Cupcake Wars. My personal favorite is the chocolate hazelnut. That's the chocolate ganache, but it's dipped in caramelized hazelnut.
I just gained 10 pounds from hearing this. 10 pounds.
Now you were saying you might have an alcohol-infused cupcake eventually?
We do have a chocolate eggnog, which is a little bit of rum in it, which is very good. And we have done a strawberries and champagne cupcake before, too, for special events.
Very nice.
So you have some big news, because not only have you opened outside of Georgetown, but you're opening a new location in Georgetown. So you've grown so big that you need multiple locations, and people can buy them online.
Yes, that's right. We've started national shipping, so you can ship your cupcakes anywhere in the U.S. Overnight. We have a lot of different options for people, and it's been, we've been really thrilled with the response to the shipping. We get such great feedback from our customers, and that's one of the most fun things to reach emails from customers saying, I ship my cupcakes to my relatives in Minnesota and they love them, and it's just so heartwarming.
The experience is transferable. Like you want, I mean, it doesn't matter whether it's, like I said, the Tiffany's of cupcakes. I'm going to call them. I coined it first, the Tiffany's of cupcakes. You heard it here.
But do you get a little bit worried about competition? I know we have great customers and everyone loves it, and it is, in addition to a couple of other cupcake places, DC's cupcake store. But some places outside of DC have started to realize that DC loves their cupcakes, and I hear Sprinkles is coming to M Street. So how do we feel about that?
A lot of cupcake shops are actually opening up. Ever since we opened, I think there's been a dozen, and I think more opening every day. And for Catherine and I, we really just try to focus on what we're doing and try to do the best we can. We get so many emails from people around the country saying, I've heard your story, I want to open a bakery, it's been my dream. And we always say, go for it. If you have a dream, you should go for it. And I think, other cupcake shops, other bakeries are a wonderful thing for the city. And, as long as, we focus on our product and making the best we can, that's all we can do. But, we love sweets, and I think it's really great that a lot of people are going after their dreams, and, cupcake shops are expanding. Besides cupcake shops, just bakeries in general are expanding. Yeah.
You're smiling when you say all that. So I mean, that's so cool. It shows that you're passionate about what you're doing.
Well.
Yeah. Well, that too.
I always wonder, they're little sweet treats, but they're really making a huge difference here in the city. Not only are you selling a ton of them and have grown a very entrepreneurial business, but you're giving back so much.
Yeah.
I mean, at every charity fundraiser I go to, there's Georgetown Cupcake.
Yeah, and that's really one of the most important things to Catherine and me, is to give back to the community. We have a partnership with Hope for Henry at Georgetown University Hospital and the Children's National Medical Center. We do cupcakes for all the children who are inpatients over their birthdays, and we love doing things like that. I think that makes it really special for us, and so we always try to give back, whether it's doing cupcake workshops with children or donating cupcakes to events. We try to be involved as many ways as we can.
So that's so awesome.
And future plans for expansion outside of the Greater Washington region?
Yeah, we're gonna get through our grand opening tomorrow in Georgetown for a new shop, and then maybe you'll see Georgetown Cupcake.
Where in Georgetown?
We're at 33rd and M, right on the corner.
Yep.
And,
free cupcakes tomorrow, right?
Yeah, free cupcakes all day tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. to celebrate.
I'm skipping work. I mean, I'm not skipping work.
Too sweet for me.
I'll be late.
No, that
That's awesome.
you're a sweet gem in the city, and we're so excited for your success.
Oh, thank you so much.
And thank you for taking the time to be here with us, because I know you're a hot commodity these days. And as always, thank you for joining us here on this episode of The District Dish.